everyone, I am Heidi Lee Morgan DeBartolomeis with Women Encouraging Women, where we here try to encourage one woman at a time. Today, I am at this wonderful studio, FitX, owned and operated by Rich White, with a beautiful young lady named Denise Hogan. Denise Hogan is a 52-year-old woman, married for over 36 years, with 3 beautiful children. Also, this young lady has won an incredible competition, and I'm here today to interrupt her workout to get more information. Denise, do you mind if I bother you for a minute? Welcome, thank you very much for being here. So Denise, what got you started in this journey that you are now embarking on?
I think it was my weight was steady, going
Increasing?
Increasing.
So if you don't mind, how much were you up to? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I was up to 182.
Wow. Wow, how long ago was that?
And I've been training with Rich White Jr. for 4 years now.
Wow.
Over 4 years.
So, all right, so we got to take a peek here. Cameraman, can you just scroll up here? This is incredible.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about this journey?
Well, Rich and I had set goals, and my first goal was to bring the weight down. And then I would hit certain goals, and then he would say, we have to have goals, something to reach for. And so I was at my weight that I wanted to be, and he said, what about the NPC? I was like,
Which is the hardest competition, by the way. First hands, I know, I took 3rd, not a good position to be in, but very hard, very competitive. The best people in the world are entering those contests.
So Rich talked me into it. And it wasn't I was scared to, so I was like, oh, I'll think about it. And he's like, well, we got to have goals, you meant this, what's next? So I agreed, along with a friend, a really good friend, Kim Taylor. And we actually worked out together, trained with Rich and his wife, G, and they got us stage ready. How we stayed on track, I don't know. It was, I think, my biggest accomplishments ever so far.
With this particular
studio, yes. So, but he, likes you to set a goal, raise that bar and keep going. You don't want to plateau, you want to keep moving.
So how did you make out?
I
know how she made it, which was really awesome.
Yes. So there was a lot of ups and downs because you start taking food that, that comfort food away, and carbs are my enemy. So get a little grouchy. There was times that I would lose it, cry mentally.
Yeah.
And then you have doubters, you have people, trying to put in your mind that you don't need this, you don't. Why are you doing this? You look like you're, sick, or because they just don't understand the process. So they try to pull you back into, well, you were never really fat, you were never, you looked good, and in your mind, So that's like that push.
You just wanted to be the best you
that I could be.
That you could be.
Yes.
What I don't think people understand is, Denise, can you explain to our audience how many hours a day that you did your training? Because they think, 30 minutes and
no. You really have to be dedicated. Kim and I were in here with Rich probably 4:30 in the morning. We would meet G here. She would go over some posing. We would go over and do cardio. We would then come back again, but our cardio was an hour, and then we would come over and do another, 45 minutes or so with
So you're
Rich.
looking at a 3-hour window.
Yeah, and then
not
sometimes
including the eating was the rest of the...
Right, prepping, making sure you stayed on track and on task with, what you set, So you really, your mindset has to be there, has to be something you really want. And there was many times that Rich had to really pull me back because you start to listen. And as soon as you can block out all those voices and all those, naysayers and people that really aren't your friends, and just go after it,
You
Kim
put the pedal
kept
to the
telling
metal
me
and
all
just,
throughout,
right.
you only live once. So with that, we would meet up every morning, 4:30 in the morning, and we would talk our way through. We had plenty of breakdowns. Now she'd come in here singing and dancing, and I would look at her like she was crazy. And next thing you know, when she would break, so we had somebody to lift each other up. And there was plenty of times I would told, I'd say to Rich, "No, I'm done." I had two really breakdowns that I was like, because you're taking different things away, your body's going through all this change.
Yeah, you're depleting the sugar, you're depleting the comfort foods.
Yes.
That, I mean, they've proven with carbohydrates, there's actually endorphins in it that are triggers like morphine. So when they're being pulled away from you, your body is having that reaction on a withdrawal. And people don't realize that don't understand nutrition.
Right. So Kim and I would look forward to a text.
Your cheat day.
Yes.
What was your go-to food for cheat day?
I don't know. I really wanted, for some reason, I thought I'd be craving all this. I wanted strawberry feta salad because the strawberry took care of that sweet.
Right, and the feta, you can't have dairy. People don't understand that. So it's like, yes, the best of both worlds.
So it was like that, and then I think one time it was a steak.
Nice.
But, when Kim would be like,
it wasn't, people think it's French fries, a bag of chips. It's like, no. If you're competing and your trainer tells you your cheat day, that means a piece of steak, you're like, yes. I'll jump on it.
So we waited and we would tell each other, and then as it got closer, the cheat meals
were limited.
Were really limited.
Yeah.
So Kim and I, but it was nice having her because we complained to it lessened a little bit on Rich.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he does.
I'm surprised he still has hair.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because women have a good way of like making men go bald. I know.
And then trying to be secure in your skin and in your body, and becoming confident, and working out here, I gained more confidence. I do believe I was always a person that would allow somebody to mistreat me or use me, and Rich would sort of give me all this inspiration, and and I would just, and after training with him for a little while, people noticed a change, and I wasn't as easy to push over, and
you became firm and strong
and would speak my mind.
So let me go back a little bit. I'm going to take her back, if you don't mind, to your childhood, which is what got you to this point of your life. You had a very, very trying childhood. Do you mind just talking about it a little bit?
That's fine.
Okay. Your mother, you watched your mother.
Yes. My brother passed from lung cancer.
So would that be the highest or lowest point of your life?
I think the lowest. It's probably one of the lowest points in my life where I watched my mother sit beside my brother and take care of him daily and watch him as he passed. That's got to be the hardest thing that a mother can ever do.
And
is to bury a child.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
It took a toll on her.
Did your mom ever recover from that? Because I think sometimes our parents never do when they lose a child.
No, I don't think she has. No.
How old were you when this happened?
This was probably, I want to say, 9 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So,
okay.
I mean, it was
very
not
new.
Yes.
It's very new.
Yes.
And you're a mom of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you can relate even more.
Yes.
Where when you're a sibling that's a child, not that doesn't matter, because you know a little bit about me. It's still different because as a child of 10 or 11 and you're looking at your folks, you know that they're hurting. But once you become an adult and a parent yourself, you get it. You understand and comprehend what your parent is feeling.
And watching my mom through the years go through, growing up with just my mom, she did have another boyfriend after, but my father left when I was 2. And I did have, when I talked to my father and spent time with my father, which was one day a week, we always ended it and began with how much I love you, and we ended it on.
So you at least knew that, but he wasn't in.
He wasn't there to help support us or financially help my mom. So I watched my mom struggle with 6 kids.
Where were you in the mix? Oldest, middle, youngest?
I was like middle. So I was the
Okay.
youngest of my mom's first marriage. So I was the baby of the first marriage. And when my mom had got with her, where the father of my 2 step sisters, I was abused by him physically.
I'm very sorry.
Back in the day, I guess they really didn't talk about it.
No, because we're around the same age and they didn't.
Yes.
It was like, you don't talk about it, you don't speak about
Exactly.
it.
So I did go through that, and I never understood why. Why would somebody do this to you? Why me? I didn't feel like I was doing anything. I wasn't misbehaving, you know.
So do you think that's why some things that have filtered in your life had trickled down to that little bit of vulnerableness within you, and now from doing this is a stress relief, has brought you to where you're at now, the
Yeah.
inner confidence?
Because this is like your sanctuary here.
Yes.
And it's your out. I can talk to Rich about anything. And he prays with me. We work out to praise music most of the time.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
I have to say he's really been there. Anything that I say to him is really just to him.
What is the highest point, pinnacle of your life? Now I know the contest is one, and sometimes my women have 3 or 4 things that have elevated them up and lifted them up. So what would you say is another part outside of the contest and how well you did and the confidence it brought you? What would you say is another factor on your highest point of your life? We know your lowest.
Right.
Now, what is
I
your
think my
highest?
children are my highest, my joy
Yeah.
to life.
And I see it, I see it all the time. She's posting about how proud she is. And there's nothing wrong with being grateful for what blessings you have. So now I want you, young man, to come over here. Come here with Miss Denise. Look at this. This is incredible. This is incredible. So that is what you looked like prior to.
I was actually heavier than that. That was
Wow, just
First
that
time
is
these
so
pictures
incredible.
and at first, you know,
Denise, I mean,
I was
that's work.
Yeah.
I mean, you look fabulous
Thank
now.
you.
I mean, you know. I mean, you could go into another contest and think nothing of it. Is there one in the future?
With
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well,
If you will.
well, we're not going to talk about that. That's a lot of work. So if you have anything to say to the young ladies out there that are going through trials and tribulations, like you have gone through, the abuse that you had suffered, I mean, you're an incredible testimony. You survived it. Your kids adore you. You have raised yourself up instead of allowing yourself to lay there battered and beaten. What would you suggest? What helped get you through that? Because I know for me, what helped me that I shared with you. I need to know, and you kind of said it already, that with praise music and this, what helped you overcome these difficulties to come to a point of your life that you love yourself and you want to give your love back to the world? What would you say was one of the greatest things that helped you do that?
I think
what got you through it?
You really have to have faith in God that He will remove that.
Those little voices in the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that if you can just believe in yourself, you know, you can do it. You know, nobody walks through that door having it all together. Nobody.
No.
Nobody does.
No, absolutely not.
But when you start putting all those little pieces together and start gathering yourself, you start feeling, it's just a relief comes over you.
What advice could you give our young ladies, knowing what you've been through and how you might be a testimony for them to come out of this hole that they're in or the lowest point of their life?
I say, you know, don't listen to, you know, it's okay, that's just, you know, how they are, or that's just them being them. You know, you deserve better. you are worth it. You know, take that chance, take that step. That first step might scare the hell out of you, but you can do it. You can do it.
I think that is very true. I have to say I've interviewed quite a few women. A little bit emotional here because I didn't realize what Denise had gone through with her childhood, and for her to be willing to be open, because I never step over the boundary of a comfort zone with my women. So when her and I were talking, I said, if you don't want to talk about this, we don't have to. And she's like, no, I'm okay. So for her to make it to that point of her life where she's not scared to say, this happened to me, instead of being a victim, I am victorious.
Yes.
And that actually just makes me want to cry, because so many women out there are abused and they're so scared to say something. So I want to thank you from my heart.
And it's
for
okay.
really
it's okay
sharing
to say
that,
something.
You know,
you don't have to hold
you don't
that
have to be
in.
scared,
it's
right?
not something you did.
Right.
It's something that's wrong with them.
Right.
You know.
And I think that's beautiful, and I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Denise, I want to thank you for doing this interview. But you know, at the end of my segment, so now my mascara, because I don't normally wear mascara. I normally have false eyelashes. I'm just keeping it real, okay? So because of this wonderful virus that's out, I can't have my fake eyelashes. So I have mascara on, so now I'm probably going to have those runny eyes. But the way I always finish the segment is you get to do 4 ab exercises of mine. Actually, you could probably teach me a thing or so. But I'm gonna have her lay down, let's see, right here.
Okay.
Okay? You're gonna go on your back.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start off with the first one. So it's called the dead bug. All right, so you're gonna bring your legs up right here, keep them in alignment. Bring your hands here, okay? Now your hands stay in this position. You are going to relax your neck, okay. So now you're going to tap down with your heel hinging at your waist, or your hips, and then bring them, don't pull them in. So we're here. So you're going to tap and bring them up. Open up your knees a little so they're hip length. Okay, now tap, in, tap. So this is called the dead bug. It's all lower abs. You feel that? And exhale on the way up, relax. Okay, so now bring your feet here. Bring your hands, cradle your head. So what you're going to do is you're going to elevate up, and then you're going to tilt, pull it back. All right, so when you tilt, don't pull your elbows in, keep them back. So tilt, return, and then the opposite way. Ready? So yep, and then yep. Now tilt, return, tilt, return. Keep it and exhale on the way up, and keep that chin open.
Okay.
That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, I like to do combinations. So bring your hands to the side. You're going to elevate your shoulders up a little bit. Head back, but shoulders up. Okay, now bring your feet up to the air and bring your feet up to the heavens. All right, lift the hips up, and then bring it down and drop. Raise it up, drop, raise it up, and drop. Very good. Flip it over to your back side. We are going to do onto your belly. I always do that. I'm so good at messing up the anatomy. So now you're going to lay on your belly. Okay. You're going to bring your arms into a letter T position, and your head is rested down. You're going to flex up, bring your whole body up, and then bring it down. Exhale up, letter T, and exhale down. Exhale up, and exhale down. That was the 4 exercises, everybody. Turn to the camera, young lady. If there's anything else that you could say to anyone out there, what would it be?
Believe in yourself. You're stronger than what you think. And if I got this, you can have it too.
And address for FitX if they want personal training with Rich.
What is that, Rich?
1601 North High Street.
1601 North High Street.
Very good. And if they want painting done from you and your husband, Cumberland Painters, where can they reach you?
Okay, at 609-381-0949.
Thank you very much. And everyone, so just remember, don't ever be scared to tell the world your trials and tribulations. Don't ever let anyone try to blackmail you and throw it out in front of your face so you can be embarrassed about something that horrific happened in your life. Own your mistakes, own your accomplishments. Be a testimony for all these other women that are out there that need the help. And remember, we here at Women Encouraging Women LLC are trying to encourage one woman at a time. Peace out.